What is up, everybody? Yeah. We're gonna get this going. Carlos, how you doing? Stantler, how you? Magnum PI, oh my gosh. That stash. Woo! How you doing, Scarlett? Working on reports from yesterday, but otherwise breathing. Yeah, man. That's one thing I do not miss from the days where I was an 11-year career firefighter, developing my skills in situational awareness and International Association of Professional Driving. I completely understand. And I'm so glad I don't have to do the reports anymore. Charlie's Riding Adventures. What is up? Ice Crony, how you doing, man? How you doing? Today we're gonna be going over some motorcycle crashes, a brand new video that just came out from MotoStars. We're gonna take a look at it. We're gonna learn as best as we possibly can when it comes to, well, crashes. We're gonna figure out what factors could have led to it. We obviously can't pick out every single one of them, but we're gonna figure it out. He's moving. It's slightly moving. He's gotten really good, Melissa. He's gotten really good at stabilizing that camera. Man, it's windy out, and he's able to do a good job. Matt is taking care of things. He's actually working really hard on some things, and I'm super excited about what's coming out in the future, and that is what we're going to be focusing on, our future as the DDFM crew. I'm super happy about that. Take care of y'all. Breaks over. Back to the grind. Carlos, no! Alex, man, how you doing? That's right. The issue, ranking empty. Checking for McCalla, Alabama. How you doing, Michael Giesel with the pink beard? Nice. Rookies, make sure you grab some chairs. This is members only chat. So if those of you that are wondering why you can't type anything into the chat, it's members only today on Thursdays. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are open to everybody. And in fact, I think 10 a.m. is a very good time, 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. We might be doing that from now on, and then the regular videos will go out at 2 p.m. It seems to me that 10 a.m. is a good distraction from work, and I'm here to distract you from your work. Yeah, Alex, man, I think the 10 a.m. is a good one. Need a video for passengers. Made a video with girlfriend, but during the filming, she made a hard shift and almost threw me into oncoming traffic. Charlie's Riding Adventures. I do actually have videos on riding with passengers. I mean, I've got like almost 1,200 videos, and I'm pretty sure I got a couple of them on passengers. But yeah, that's a huge one. Thank you for bringing that up to the class. Yeah, so the shifting of weight, just like how you would shift your weight, can affect the turning of a motorcycle. So I actually got a lot of crap for saying that the passenger should be dead weight, like a sack of potatoes, and people were like, wait, Nikki's a sack of potatoes? I'm like, no, you're a sack of potatoes. Boom, got you. I don't know where that came from. One second, let me turn on the fan. All right, let's see. Early streams, Paul, you love them, man. I'm gonna make them happen. I think that's what's gonna happen. Dude, Tom Selleck, yeah, there's no way. Like, I couldn't even. I think it's copyrighted or trademarked. I couldn't use it. I mean, that's the stash. That is the stash. So crew, let me one sec. I'm finishing up my workout. I'm getting it going. I had to cut it short. Guys, it's a little bit early. Typically, I get my workout in out here at the DDFM crew firehouse gym. We see it all the time in the Discord, the gymnasium part. Man, I was getting some chest going. Woo! My shoulders a little on fire. My biceps, triceps, my latissimus, my dorsal finis, my quadricepticus, triceratopsis. All those muscles that I have are just completely sore, and I'm excited to get this going. So make sure you guys work out, get healthy, brain, physically, whatever it is, and let's just go into it. Let's crew. Oh, today's crew only. Crew, is everybody out in the lounge? What are you guys doing? We got class to start. We're starting class. Yeah, what are you doing? Playing video games?
Everyone's playing video games. Rookies, get in the class. We have something to do. We got to learn. We got to learn today. Get in the class. Let's get going. Come on now. Come on now.
Woo-hoo. Here we go. Yeah, you guys sign in. Nobody's cleaning this stuff up. Rookies. Dennis Sullivan is a rookie. Dennis, can you help clean this up? The other rookies don't know what they're doing. They're not cleaning this stuff up. My burrito's still there. Somehow I ate it, but then it magically showed up back on the plate. Guys, let's just get this going. Come on now. Let's get this going. All right, Creepy Cripper, you are welcome. Just want to say thanks for all the content with a heart. Oh, well, heart right back at you, buddy. I don't know why did it make noise for you guys when Dennis became a rookie. It didn't make any noise for me. And I'm really upset by that because I want people to know, and I want to know when we get a brand new member. I mean, we got this right here. I didn't hear that. How come I'm not hearing any of that? I think the alert sounds are off. We shall change that. We have time. We're starting a little bit early. I have an important phone call at 11:45, so 2 hours and 15 minutes. We will be doing a 2-hour live stream class session. So just let me go ahead and figure this out, why it did not make a noise. It didn't make a noise for me. Let's do that. Let's make it a little bit. Let's test it. Okay, let's see if it works. For the videos, I've learned a lot from Dennis, you're awesome. Yeah, no sounds. All right, so no sounds today for that. I don't know why it's doing that. It's being a little dumb. I don't like it. Whoa, the top corner is looking a little funky. Let's go ahead and change that up. I am legit inside the firehouse. I am not in my room with a green screen behind me. Reborn Planes, will I be streaming later and finishing tomorrow's video? I probably won't stream it, but I gotta finish it. So guys, today is YouTube member only chat. To chat today, click that join button right next to that subscribe button, or click the button or the link in the chat. Okay, so the goal today is to finish that right there. 25 hours to go. The goal is to finish that. The goal is actually to get 60. Let's see if we can get 70. Make sure everybody signs in. We have 44 people signed in. The way to sign in is by clicking that like button, and we'll get going right now. Okay, for some reason Matt is not on the ball today. I literally just said, dude, I just said you got your shit together. It's loud.
The driver cuts the biker off and nearly pushes him off the road.
Okay. Hey, what? Whoa. Hey, it's a Honda Rebel. This one's a Honda Rebel. So we've talked about this quite a bit. Intersections, being next to vehicles, being in their blind spot should put you into orange stage. Orange stage is when you're prepped and ready for any type of situation where it's a hazard, gonna be in your path of travel or gonna hit you and whatnot. Basically, you are ready for a swerve. You are ready for braking in orange stage, and that should happen around intersections and around blind spots. Exactly, Paul McLean. It's a non-issue. YouTube members, guys, you got emojis to. You don't even have to type things out. I have emojis right there to tell you. I mean, there you go. I see the non-issue. Very good.
Biker off and nearly pushes him off the road.
So blind spot, guys. This is blind spot. You can actually literally see where the blind spot really is, and who knows, this car might want to turn right at some point. We don't know. That's a huge thing, guys. You need to just stay out of people's blind spots. This is just one factor out of a multitude of factors that can cause a crash or a close call, but it's a very big factor. It's a very obvious factor, and since it's so obvious and these people aren't doing it, why aren't they doing it? Because it's not as obvious as people think, honestly. You know, people don't know what to look for. You need to look for these things. You need to figure out what is a hazard versus what is not a hazard, and that does come with training. I actually just shared an article on the Discord right here a former CIA officer's guide to teaching your kids situational awareness. And this is not dumbed down. It is made in a way that is extremely relatable. Be aware of your own bias. You know, that's ego. I think we know about that. Be on the lookout for anomaly to the baseline. So what is common in an uncommon situation? So identify the baseline. So what is the common situation? You have to know. Using shopping trip to Target as an example. My son and I talked through normal behaviors in the store. My son and I identified difference between employees and shoppers. Frederick Johansson, welcome, rookie member. All right, it's good, man. I think all the toilets are clean today, so you're good. Maybe after class, you're going to have to clean out the poo-poos. But like this kind of stuff is very important to know, you know, based off of identifying the baseline. Be aware of your own bias so you're not, you know, choosing the wrong things. Be on the lookout for the uncommon thing in a common situation. Don't be the anomaly. Don't be that uncommon thing. So actually utilize, you know, the rules of the road and be a good rider on the road. That way other people aren't looking at you as the uncommon thing in a common situation. And how are you going to respond to that uncommon thing or threat? And this is teaching your kids children skills for life. These are all different things. I shared this on the Discord in the announcement section, and that is going to explain quite a bit on how to do stuff. And as a good parent, you want to know how to teach your kids how to do that, because, you know, they're riding bicycles, they're riding all these things. If they're watching you, you know, ride a motorcycle and they're like, I want to do that someday, this is the opportunity to teach them good situational awareness before it even happens. This is something that was brought to me as a young kid from my father, who is a career firefighter for 26 years, retired. Everybody loved him. It was a great time. I had my own issues, but a little bit hard on me, but it taught me situational awareness as a young kid, practicing playing tennis, practicing riding my bike, practicing when he's driving, explaining to me what it is that he's looking for and what it is that he's doing. And then when I became a firefighter at 19 and went through the IAPD, an International Association of Professional Drivers, and recognized and theory crafted road rules, road design, everything for 11 plus years of actual training in terms of driving an ambulance, driving a fire truck, emergencies and handling emergencies. I can go on, but at the end of the day, knowing what it is that you need to do, knowing what it is that you need to look for, getting the training involved just so you can become a better rider is very important, because if you don't do that, you're just going for the ride, and these little things can happen, and these little things can cause you serious injury. And that is what we're trying to minimize and not have. Welcome to the crew. Ooh, we got a bunch of rookie members here. Our bathrooms are going to be the cleanest bathrooms in any firehouse, any station. Andy Dubitsky, welcome to the crew. Ooh, man, I cannot wait to see what other firehouses look like, man. We got so many rookies. It's amazing. All right, so that's where I wanted to get with that, is that if you can see these things, a little bit of a roundabout way of saying it, if you can see the hazards ahead of time in the motorcycle sphere, in the motorcycle world, this right here would have been a non-issue, and this right here you would have understood that you are in the blind spot and that you should not be there. If you're not there, this would have been a non-issue. If you are there, this is an issue. You should go onto red stage at this point, the moment they start moving into your lane, rolling off the throttle, applying the brakes. If they are staggered, there should not be an issue, but they are side by side. So once again, group riding etiquette is not just group riding etiquette, group riding safety in terms of being staggered so somebody can swerve out of the way and not hit another rider. That is exact. Did I say it right, Andy? Nice. But that's exactly what I'm talking about. Squirrel. Right there. Rev bomb. That is a brown stage maneuver. Let's go back to the beginning. For those of you that are just joining in, make sure you hit that like button to sign into the class to get credit for today's class.
The driver cuts the biker off and nearly pushes him off the road.
Yeah. So that right there, this last part. So that right there is a way to get you hurt. I don't care what your anger is. I don't care if you do this, actually. I really don't. I I really don't care, because at the end of the day, this person's not part of the crew, and all I can do is influence and control who's in the crew and what the crew does. I have a concern that this rider could be hurt, but I can't control it. I can't. This right here is another factor in terms of a crash. Okay, so this factor right here is losing your balance, getting your foot off a peg, which is a control point for the motorcycle, and then almost falling down right there, losing traction on that rear tire, more than likely stepping on that rear brake, trying to lift the body up to kick the motorcycle. You see that? You see that rear tire sliding? Now, that's an easy one to look at. It's an easy factor. The only reason why that happened, well, actually, there could be two reasons. Very good for me to you know, push my ego aside and learn a little bit here, is that he could have accidentally revved a little bit, causing that rear tire to slide and lose traction, or he could have stomped that rear brake standing on it. So either way, that tire lost traction because of an action of this rider, and that's all I care about. It's very easy to point out. It's not something that anybody has to really worry too much about. Grab some cleaning supplies for all these new rookies. Thank you, Johnny. Thanks, man. Good on you, man. Thank you for getting some more supplies. Michelle Krebs, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody else. I know Andy already got there. Welcome new members. Guys, we're at 64.29%. If you'd like to join today's chat, make sure you click that join button or the link in the description. We see a lot more people in the Discord. This is awesome. Car. How did I see that? Crew, how did I see this car coming out? How did I start saying, hey, car at this point? How did I see that? I want the crew to point out, because remember, today's is part of the smart rider, I gotta get some caffeine. The smart riding system, the T portion is the teach and mentor. I'm testing the crew today. Okay, what would you tell, let's say you're about to mentor a new rider. A new rider comes up to you, let's say it's a family friend or a friend of yours, and they're like, hey man, I know you ride motorcycles, I want to get into motorcycles. What should I be looking out for when I'm out on the road? I'm actually kind of nervous, I'm kind of scared. And this is where you come in. Instead of saying, hey guys, watch hey buddy, watch the Fireman. He's got 1,200 videos on this type of stuff. And if you tell that to a new person, they're like, 1,200 videos? I gotta watch 1,200 videos? No, I want you guys to be able to say, hey, look for these different things, sit with me, watch with me on one of these live streams, join this. There's a lot more that goes into it. You're not going to learn it right away. You're going to have to learn it overall, but this is how you start your situational awareness while you're driving, while you're walking. And if you don't want to drive and walk because of the quarantine, watch some of these videos, watch some of these live streams, and learn from them while you can't go out. So there you go. So we see the side of the car from Tool Car. Prodigal Stranger, uncommon in a common situation. That car is smashed for a reason. Charlie's Riding Adventures, good point. I'll bring that up again. Looking ahead, side of the car, side and looking ahead. New to riding. These vids are so helpful. Rocking vintage 82 Honda Nighthawk 450. Michelle Krebs, that's awesome. The red blob doesn't belong there. Very good, Luis. Or is it Louis? I never can figure that out. I'm too tired for a gap in traffic, cars creeping up. This is why I prefer the highway. Okay, yeah. Open lanes, side of the cars, everything out there is trying to kill us. So guys, exactly that right there. Okay, now when I'm yelling out car, I'm not saying, hey guys, go into red brown stage, slam those brakes right now. No, I'm saying car, because that is what's popping into my head. I got a little DDFM crew member, one of you guys, probably just me and I don't know. Anyways, it's saying, hey, look for that car, look out, look at, hey, see that? You see that? Look at it. Look, is it gonna go? What's happening? That right there is going to put me into an orange stage of I'm going to start covering the brakes. I'm going to get ready for swerve. I'm finding my escape routes. I need to have mine. I need to get going. I know what I need to do before this car even comes out. And then if I pass this vehicle and it doesn't do anything, I go back into yellow stage. And that was a practice moment. That was a very good OJT, on the job training moment of, this is what could have happened. I was prepared for it. Afterwards, nothing happened. I'm able to go back to yellow stage, enjoy my ride, zone back in. That is what I want you guys to do. And then the next person that does this, you go back to orange stage, and it's less of a car. It's more like, hey, there's a car there. Look out real quick. There's a car there. Before you know it, you're riding around. It's like, hey, there's a car there, non-issue. Didn't come out. Oh, it came out. I already prepared for it. Not a big deal. Back to yellow stage. On with my commute. Gonna have a good day at work. On my way back from work, this happened. I'm gonna have a good day at home. I'm gonna hug and kiss my wife. I'm gonna have a beer in the shower because I'm sweating, riding 102 degrees Fahrenheit here in Tucson, Arizona. So yeah, that's what I want you guys to get at. That's what I want you guys to get at. Matt's actually yelling at me. You're right. He is yelling at me. He always yells at me. What do you want, Matt? Nothing. That's right. So let's watch it again and play it through. Go to the next one. So to go back to that point, I forgot. Hey, Peter, how you doing, man? I told you I'm calling you Peter from now on. I think that's right? Let's see. Rosemary's got a beard. Yes, okay, 10 months. Very good. Charlie's Riding Adventures. That car is smashed for a reason. Absolutely right. It's okay to stereotype cars. It's okay to stereotype cars. If you're riding next to a car and it's completely destroyed or demolished and there's a lot of damage to that car, get away from that. Get away from that car. It's okay to stereotype the car. It's not okay to stereotype the person. That's not good. No. It's okay to stereotype the car. If you see this, this could have been an accident. Somebody could have rear-ended them while they were being completely innocent, or it could have been that they were hauling ass backwards somehow and crashed into something. So that is what I'm talking about there. If they have a lot of damage to the side of the vehicle, more than likely is a side swipe. But yeah, it's okay to do that. It's okay. This is okay to be a little bit of, aware of that kind of stuff. All right, let's move on. This is a Honda Rebel, and I absolutely love Honda Rebels, guys. It's a nice bike. Looks like the car has done stuff like that a couple times and have tasted a smash before. Exactly, Sandas. What is up, Pretam Shivaram?
It's very difficult to tell what this driver wanted to achieve.
I'm gonna make a guess. I'll make a guess on that. Let's watch it again. Let's get a little bit more information.
It's very difficult to tell what this driver wanted to achieve.
That's easy. That's easy. There's a few things we can take from this. And the rider did a good job. I'm going to tell you guys that right now. The rider did a very good job. With my... I don't even want to call it expertise. With my knowledge base, I can make an assumption. Okay, interstate speeds 80, fine. That is speed limit. He's doing the speed limit. Maybe it's 75. He's doing 5 over. Everyone does it. He's switching lanes. Okay, so the left lane more than likely is the slow lane. So if he's going speed limit, let's say even 5 over, and he's changing lanes to an open lane, more than likely the left lane is going to be the slow lane right now. I think we've all dealt with that. So let's move forward just a little bit more. Okay, right here, guys, you can see the red car in the left lane. More than likely, the red car is going to make the same choice because it's a slow lane, right? So you got the van also right behind that red car. Look in the mirror, guys. Look in the mirror. You see the little tiny van in the background right behind the red car. Okay, the red car is now switching lanes to where the motorcyclist is. So he's in the process of switching lanes. Let's see if I can get that frame.
It's very difficult to tell what...
Okay. So the red car is in our lane, is not happy with the speed that the motorcyclist is doing. You notice how he went from 80 to 68. So it's a 12 miles per hour difference. It's not the motorcyclist's fault. The motorcyclist is keeping a space cushion up front and is utilizing whatever he needs to do to be safe. That's exactly what you guys should do. Maintain your space cushion, pass when it's safe, have good line of sight, have a good escape route. The car driver is being aggressive and does not like that. The car driver is not liking that at all. How you doing, Mark? Not at all. But in order for him to switch lanes aggressively, he cuts off the van. You notice how the van's on the shoulder. So the van did an evasive maneuver, which is a swerve, which is what we do on motorcycles and what you can do in your car. Because guess what? It's a fundamental skill that everybody knows like what to do, that everyone knows to get away from somebody, but not everybody knows like how to actually do it. And that's why we practice. So he pushed that van off the road. That van is maintaining its speed, maybe applying some brakes now that it's in an emergency shoulder, and is going to decelerate, hopefully get safe. The motorcyclist, this is what I absolutely love about the motorcyclist right here. And in fact, I want this guy. It's 42 HP. Let's see. Let's do this. Okay, I'll just do that real quick. The motorcyclist is doing a good job. He's checking his mirrors. He's riding on the interstate where it's very easy to go into white stage because all you have to do is look forward and pay attention forward. What this motorcyclist did was make sure he was paying attention to anything uncommon in this very common situation in his mirrors, did a 360 situation awareness, saw something that was coming out of the normal behind him, did a good head check, did a good look, understands what's happening now, makes a very big decision off an orange stage maneuver. He swerved to the right to increase his space cushion. And when I say swerve, it's not a very aggressive swerve. It's just, I'm going to move over to the right just in case something happens. He increased his space cushion, thinking that this car driver is just going to keep hauling ass, and he gave that person the room. He did not fight for his position. He did not turn back to flip off the rider or the driver. He did not do anything out of anger. What he did was no wasted movements, no rev bomb, no horn, no nothing. Moved over, slowed down even, 58 now instead of 60, or 57 instead of 68, and is ready to swerve into this shoulder area just in case. This shoulder area in most places, okay, and it's something that you guys should actually do, and it's something I talked about before. These are about the same size as the lane that you're in. So if you're in the right lane, technically you're in the middle of 3 lanes. And what I've done in a video prior is actually go on the interstate, get onto the shoulder, and demonstrate it to you guys that this is easily an escape route if needed. This guy did a very good job of being situationally aware, not using any wasted movements, not going into brown stage, and not reacting in a negative way that could put him in harm's way. This right here is a crew member. This right here is exactly what I want you to do. Don't waste movements on rev bombing. Do not waste movements on honking the horn. Get yourself out of harm's way. Call it a day. See it ahead of time. Make these decisions ahead of time because you've been training. Look at that. Look at that. He's off to the side. The van's back in. He's going with the flow of traffic. 60 miles an hour is the flow of traffic. You notice how nobody has closed the gap. Nobody's increased the gap. Everybody's staying at the same type of gap. He is maintaining his space cushion, and the red car is being the douche. All he did was shake his head like a dum-dum. I love it. So I'm going to post in the chat. That is his YouTube channel. I want him on the Discord. In fact, I want anybody that will react that way, like this. Come on, Matt. Whoa. I want anybody that will react just like this rider in the Discord. Discord is 100% free. Click that link that's in the chat. It says hang out with hang out at the free firehouse with 3,500 plus DDFM crew members. It's absolutely free. And if you are a crew member, a YouTube crew member, you can chat today, obviously, on the live stream, but you also get full perks to the whole Discord if you sync up your YouTube and your Discord account. But I do want this guy. I want members like this to react this way. You are going to be a beacon and of good writing. I can't think of words. I need a glossary. I need a thesaurus out here. But at the end of the day, you guys are going to be good advocates for the motorcycling community if you do something like this. And we're going to be showing what the motorcycle community is all about. We're not doing bike life, wheelies down the interstate 80 miles an hour and punching and kicking mirrors. We're not doing that. We're doing what this guy did. So kudos to 42 HP. Well, oh, CJ McCollum. Hopefully I said that right. Good to have you here, guys. Good to have you. Good to have more rookies to clean up and put chairs away. It's always good to have. Real quick, I don't know if I can use that audio. I'm muting it. Whoa, 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 hey, whoa. Okay, this has audio. Too fast in the corner. Went way too wide, almost fell off. Shot back a little bit wide. Woo. All right. So once again, welcome CJ. How you doing? I know ZX10 R Deb. I don't know, man. Maybe they're drinking all the tea. Maybe they're drinking all their tea. Maybe they're drinking all your tea. Hey, what are you guys doing in the lounge? Are you drinking her tea? Sign in. Come on, crew. Woo. Tom Harris, thank you for the $2, man. I really appreciate it. This is what I talk about when it comes to making sure you're using your fundamental. I was waiting for that. Ruger 1869, welcome to the crew. This is a straight up crew member. You don't have to clean bathrooms, Ruger. Or Rugger. Please let me know what it is. Please let me know what it is. I hate mispronouncing. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to fundamental skills. So situational awareness on this one, just taking a look at this first part right here, is that it's a blind turn. Do you know how sharp of a turn this is? No, you do not. So you need to do slow look, press, and roll. If you have the intermediate to advanced technique of trail braking, this is about the part where you start to slow down and start applying some of that throttle with some brake. We got a ton of people in the Discord now. It's amazing. But then this is where situational comes in with your fundamental skills. If you're going too fast in the corner, this is what can happen if you do not use a tool in your toolbox like slow look, press and roll, or trail braking. A little too wide. All right, right here, it's usually not a big deal. If you're right here, you went a little bit too wide, you're able to control it and stay in your lane. Now we have the issue of a close call factor of oncoming traffic possibly hitting you. So thankfully there's no cars there, but you can actually see a car here. Now at this point, you're going to get into this helmet fire of an issue where you start going to the brown stage because now all these different things are coming at you. What do you do? What do you do? What do you do? Well, the main thing is get back in your lane. How do you get back in your lane? Well, you give it a little bit more counter steering, give it some more body positioning, maybe even straighten it up and apply some brake pressure and then swerve it back into your lane. There's multiple tools in your toolbox that you can use. It's up to you to get the training. It's up to you to go take a class at the MSF and get some training. Go from the BRC1. If you want to go to BRC2, cool, go ahead and do that. But then take an advanced class. Take the ARC at the MSF and get some more information. You'll learn more about trail braking. You'll learn more about body position. You'll learn more about how to incorporate slow look, press and roll with trail braking. You're going to learn all that stuff. I don't want you guys to make this mistake as a new rider, get severely injured, possibly die because you got hit by a car head on, all because you didn't get the training that is available to you. That to me, that's rider error. So he did what he needed to do right at the last second and was able to keep himself off the cliff, or falling down the cliff. So now at this point, our biggest concern is to get back into our lane because we have oncoming traffic. We're in the wrong lane. So go for it. And that's what he does. But now we have to make sure that we stay in our lane and don't go off the side and into the cliff face. So the first turn, it can really set you up for a terrible second turn. And luckily he was able to correct it and stay on the road. So that's all I really care about. And I'm super happy about that. Did I miss anything? No, I didn't. Tom Harris, you're amazing. Tom Harris, let me go back up. Okay, $2. Yeah, I already said that. Charlie M, you're also amazing at $5. Hi, Dan. Just got my first bike for this season, and I've been watching all your videos. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Really do appreciate it. Guys, if you ever super chat, it does go into the Discord. Hey, everyone. Charlie M just donated to the stream. Be right back. Buying more pizza. I need to buy more burritos because I like burritos a little bit more. I've been eating too much pizza. So we'll be doing that.
Target fixation at too high speed are the main causes of this crash.
Mark Lewis, welcome to the crew, man. Crew member, don't have to clean the bathrooms, buddy. Yeah. All right, so let's see what happens. So Motostar says target fixation and high speed are the main causes of this crash. I agree. There are some other factors that we don't know, you know, like what's the tire pressure, what is, you know, did he do a T-clocks, does he, I mean, full gear doesn't really affect if you crash, it's going to affect after the crash, how much experience, how much training, what other factors, is the sun in his eyes, did he have a drink? We don't know all these different things, but I think it's pretty obvious that you should not be going out and drinking and riding, so we can actually just dismiss that factor. It's another thing that if you took an MSF BRC1, you understand what T-clocks is, TCLOCS. You'll be taking care of your tires. That's why it's T-clocks. T is for tires, checking your PSI, checking for sidewall damage, checking for tread depth, checking for everything. In fact, the MSF-USA.org has free downloadable things for you. In fact, I want you guys to see that. MSF-USA.org, very great organization. It's one that I truly 100% promote over any other. And we have the library. So if we go to the library on the top, we have the legit basic rider course handbook for 100% free to anybody. So if you take the BRC1 class, you're going to get access to this. You understand primary controls. You understand, you know, the controls, indicators, and equipment. You got side view mirrors. You can actually test yourself with this information. So it's very good to have. And then on top of that, if you scroll down just a little bit more, it gives you some tips about your scooter. It gives you a motorcycle operator manual, the Motorcycle Industry Council on tires right here. And then some quick tips: alcohol awareness, ABS, contract for safety, if you ride, how helmets work, group riding, personal protective equipment. Oh, what's this? A T-clocks pre-ride inspection list for free from the MSF. Man, MSF is amazing. I love them to death. Oh, what's that? T's, tires, and wheels. Condition. This is the checkoff sheet, guys. You can print this out and do this weekly if you want. You can do this weekly. I recommend weekly, and I recommend before every ride you do a very quick visual inspection. But weekly, I would go around and do this. And if you can't do it weekly, I understand. I really do. Do a better visual inspection weekly. But then monthly, at minimum monthly, go around if you're riding consistently and do a check of all these different things. And if you don't know how to do a check like this, check your service manual for your motorcycle. Very important. 10 things all car and truck drivers should know. I haven't even read this. Thank you, Saul287, for becoming a crew member. Did I miss that? Where'd that go? I think you might be on the Patreons. Thank you so much, man. No, it just didn't pop up. I'm really upset. Sal287, welcome to the crew. Don't know why it's not popping up. ZX10R Deb is making brownies. Very good. Over half of all fatal motorcycles involve another motorcycle. Most of the time, the car or truck driver, not the motorcyclist, is at fault. I agree, but who's the responsibility for my safety? Who's in charge of that? Me. There are a lot more cars and trucks and motorcycles on the road. Some drivers don't recognize a motorcycle. They ignore it, usually unintentionally. Hey, that's number one. That's pretty cool. But you get a lot more stuff like this. I'm not going to go too in depth. Chris Vardajai, hopefully I said that right. I suck at that. Welcome to the crew, man. I really do appreciate every one of you guys. We are at 50, 10 more to go, and we're done for the week. But let's see if we can get 20 more. That's awesome. But look at all this information. Look at all this free information in the library of the MSF. Guys, it's insane. I will click this. I'm going to add it to the description. And we're going to get back to the crashes because there's just way too many factors. And we're going to go over as many as we possibly can. This is going to be at the very, let's see, MSF library. It's going to be right underneath where the connections part is, where you can see, you know, where my Instagram is and all the other stuff. Yeah, they offer it all for free, Byron. They offer it all for free. It's amazing. And the thing is, it works all over the world. It does say something about an organization that puts out something for free and wants people to learn. I think that's amazing. Let me double check, make sure I got everything. And I can, there you go. Okay, and I can say that because I am a coach for the MSF, and I just find it amazing. So, all right.
Target fixation at too high speed are the main causes of this crash.
So target fixation, it might not be the main cause, but I know speed is definitely gonna be the main cause. This is another blind turn. We don't know what's going on here. I don't know if it's a shared road for oncoming traffic. I don't know that. I don't know if he should be in the left lane because of oncoming traffic's going to be over where my cursor is. So he's staying in the left lane. If anything, you want to open up the view. You want to get a better field of view. You want to get a better line of sight. You want to get vision. You want better vision when it comes to a road like this. So you're going to want to move over to the right so you can actually swing wide and see around this corner as best as possible. And slow down your speed. If anything, you need to just slowly press and roll on these corners. When I talk about situation awareness on intersections, on corners, it's speed, like too much speed. That's the problem. Not too little and not the right amount of speed. It's too much speed that's the problem. And that's what's getting a lot of motorcycle riders in trouble and crashing, is that they're going too fast. Remember, the point of the DDFM crew, the point of this channel, is to make sure we get from point A to point B as safe as possible, utilizing as little amount of skills as possible, because if we have too much in our toolbox, we don't know what to grab in an emergency situation. So I'm giving you guys what it is that you need to know and nothing more. It's an adult learning principle, something coaches need to understand.
Fixation at too high speed are the main causes of this crash.
Make sure you wear full gear just in case there is a crash. Mark Keen, welcome to the crew. We're getting a bunch of members. I am excited. All the rookies, all the crew members, all the veteran, all the senior, and the DDFM legend. You guys are absolutely just gorgeous. You guys get mustaches, beards. Ugh. We require facial hair in the station. We don't need to wear SCBAs. We don't need to wear that. I didn't turn the audio down. There it is. Okay. Jazba, in a vid of yours I saw yesterday, Hills or Corners 2, great line. Exactly. Vertical hills, vertical corners, a crest of a hill. You can't see over the top, just like you can't see over and around the blind turns. I treat those the same way. It gets me an orange stage going over hills, so I wait until I can see it's exactly right. Alex, man, consider this your burrito fun. Oh, man, you're amazing. Thank you so much. Truly appreciate it. All right, let's go back. What does that say? What does that say? I think that says 135. I'm unsure if that's kilometers per hour, but what is 135 kilometers per hour? Let's go ahead and check that out. 83 miles per hour. I'm gonna say this right now. It's a little fast. It's a little fast. Now, is it an interstate where it has a curve and 80 is the speed limit? Then it's not fast, but it's gonna be too fast. Excuse me. It's not that fast, but it might be too fast for this rider in this area. That says 131, so might be kilometers, I'm assuming. I'll give Christopher Veldhui the benefit of the doubt. I'm not even gonna check the channel just in case. But yeah, this might be kilometers an hour, but either way, I mean, 135 kilometers per hour is 83. So yeah, 130. So going a little too wide, just like the other thing. Going a little too wide. And that is not the biggest problem here. The biggest problem is that there is going to be oncoming traffic. Now, if you go a little too wide on a track, which guys, I've never been to a track. I've never ridden on a track. I've never had a class on a track. But here's the thing. That's where you should practice your skills. That's where you should practice going 135 kilometers an hour. That's where you should practice going 83, 85, 90 something plus miles per hour in corners. That's where you should practice. I choose not to go that fast, so I don't think I need to practice that, but I'm open to the opportunity to practice some street riding skills and get a little bit more. But this is where you should take it to the track. Okay, this is where you should go to a track. You're not going to have oncoming traffic. You're going to have a huge runoff if you go wide because you're pushing your skills, and it's going to be safer for you if you go to a track. Now, let's take a look at what happened, what he did okay here. He did very bad situational awareness. He did very bad fundamental skills to get him to this point, but he utilized a fundamental skill and did not go into brown stage. He went into a red stage of straightening up, applying a little bit of brake pressure, swerving, and then getting back into his lane. That right there is the only thing that saved his butt. You see that? That right there, if this ever happens to you, because remember what I said, it's not the high speed. It doesn't matter what speed it is. It could be 40 miles per hour for a brand new rider and they can go wide. It doesn't matter if it's 83 or more. It could be just too fast for the rider. So if this happens to you, do what this rider did. Because remember, there are accidents. There are times where we all slip up and we want to know how to fix that slip up. So if anybody ever asks me, you know, why did I crash? How did I crash? I'm not going to say, I don't know. I'm going to try my best as a motorcycle coach to figure it out why and explain to you. And that right there, that last part, if you go a little bit wide, that's what you need to do. You need to straighten it up, apply some braking pressure if you have room, and swerve your ass away from that vehicle and get back into the line, because you're still traveling at 81 now, hopefully kilometers per hour. You could still get severely hurt.
Here we have a complete biker's responsibility who was overtaken in a forbidden place, almost leading to a dangerous accident.
Yeah, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Oh, so stupid. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait, did this motorcycle rider get pissed at the car?
Here we have a complete biker's responsibility who was overtaken in a forbidden place, almost leading to a dangerous accident.
No. No, 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 no. That is not this driver's fault. This guy, ego, impatient, it dictated what he's going to do, and he chose to pass on a double yellow. Not only is that illegal, like I said, I don't care about illegal. I don't care about illegal. I really don't. I don't care if you get a ticket. I don't care if you get your shit impounded. I don't care. What I care about is if you crash and get hurt. I'm not a cop. I'm not a cop. I don't come from the enforcement legalities type stuff. I come from the position of, I don't want you to get hurt. I don't care if you took drugs. I'm still going to do CPR on you. I don't care. I'll give you some Narcan, make you pissed off at me for ruining your high. I will do all that stuff because at the end of the day, I don't care. I want you to survive. I want you to live. This type of stuff, I don't care if you do something illegal like that. What I care about is the fact that you did it in a very dangerous way and you're going to get yourself hurt. I'll take care of you, but it was really stupid. I'll say that. So guys, don't do that. That's simple. That's obvious. But how do we know that this car would have done that? How do we know that this car would have turned left right here? I want the crew now to answer that. I want the crew to answer that. Why do we know, or how do we know, what pattern do we see that the reason why, I mean, I didn't even know there was a I didn't know there was a car in front of this truck because my line of sight was terrible as the motorcycle rider. But why would I think that maybe this truck would have turned left? Why would I think that? I want you to pick out these patterns. Why is the road, let's watch. Why is the road, look at this road. Take a quick look at this road. We're riding on this road. Okay, we have these houses, we have all these places. We don't have a middle turn lane. So if anybody from my lane wants to turn left, they're going to have to slow down and stop. If people slow down and stop, it's because they are choosing something. They are making a decision, whether to turn left, turn right, to stop right there, to haul ass, whatever it is. There's a reason why this person right here, this truck right here, took his foot off the gas pedal onto the brake pedal. Why? Why? What was the decision? Why did they do that? If you can extrapolate and figure out all these different things, the situation involved, it's not that hard to do. Once you get some practice under your belt, it's not that hard to do. Okay, you'll learn all this stuff. Brake lights and blinkers, boom. So why?
We have a complete biker's responsibility who was overtaken in a forbidden place, almost leading.
So brake lights, boom, right there. Orange stage, what's happening? Uncommon. Why is we're on a straight road? There's nothing in our way. Why is this happening? Why is there brake lights? I can't see around this vehicle. I don't know what's going on. Could be an animal, could be a deer, it could be a naked guy laying in the road. I don't know. I can't see. I don't know. That should put you into an orange stage. Orange stage is going to get you prepared for a swerve, brake, any type of evasive maneuver.
To a dangerous accident.
Now we're coming to almost a stop. Now we're almost coming to a stop. Okay, that means somebody's going to do something. Why are we coming to a stop? Well, it looks like there's a way to turn right, and it looks like there's a way to turn left. My assumption is that somebody's going to possibly turn. Okay, that's the common thing in this common situation is somebody's going to turn. The uncommon thing is, like I said, there's going to be a guy naked laying in the road. That's uncommon. That doesn't happen very often. It has happened. I've seen it. I've had to tackle somebody. I had to put him back in the mental health facility that way. I've had to do that. Okay, but that's not what's happening here. This is a very common thing that's going to happen. There's no turn lane. It's a double yellow. There's intersections there's intersections right here. So more than likely, we're going to stop and wait and then turn. Don't pass on that. You don't know if they're turning right, so you don't pass on the right. You don't know if they're turning left. You don't pass on the left. There's a reason why it's a double yellow. Once again, I don't care about legalities. The civil engineer that came up with all this stuff realized that this is a dangerous area for passing, so nobody should pass. They should expand the road and make a turn lane, but there's probably no road left. There's no embankment to work with. So that's what it is. It's as simple as that. All that information that I just went through, I don't expect you to do that in a split second in this situation. That's why we're here in class learning about this, so that when you go out on the road, all the information I just explained to you, you'll pick out that little thing of, I shouldn't pass now. I don't know why. I don't remember what Dan said. I don't remember any of that stuff. All I know is that this situation looks an awful lot like the one I saw on the live stream, and he said don't pass. My gut reaction is saying don't pass. My gut reaction is saying I need to keep my ego in check and just kind of wait, because this looks really funny. Oh, somebody just turned left. Thank God I didn't pass. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? That's what we're doing here. That's what's called an after action review. We dissect a previous and past experience, and we utilize what's good and what's bad, and have it as detailed as possible so we can prevent this for the future. That is what my videos are for. That is my crash analysis videos. That is what we're doing. We're picking out what is obvious and what we can do to do better. That is why I do crash analysis videos. Whoa. This is let's watch. Sorry.
Bro, did you like not even look?
Once again, it's Cool Breeze Rider. So we have cars. Let's just watch it again. I want you guys, let's go back. I want you guys to watch and listen. In fact, I want you just to listen. I want you to just to listen. You can close your eyes if you want. And I want you to get an idea of what the motorcycle rider is thinking based off of what is said.
Bro, did you like not even look?
Did you not even look? Bro, did you not even look? Shaking his head at this person. Okay. What do you see right here? What do you see right here? You see two cars lined up waiting for the motorcycle rider to leave his parking spot. Is it incumbent of the rider to figure out if there is somebody lane splitting? Actually, yes. I'm going to tell you right now. The rider, the Harley rider, should be looking for somebody lane splitting. This looks an awful lot like California, where lane splitting is 100% legal. So, yes, the Harley rider should have seen him. The Harley rider should have seen him. But I don't know how to lane split. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't live in a state that allows it. So, anyways, that's where you're going to come up with that. But here's the part where it comes to Cool Breeze Rider here. We're in a group ride, so you can kind of see it on my head right here. Okay, we're I don't know what we're doing. Maybe ego's gonna play a little bit in here. Let's pass these cars that are stopped. Okay, well, why are these cars stopped? It's a parking area. Whenever you see this, it's because cars are waiting to get into a parking spot. Okay, and more than likely, if they're gonna wait there, that means somebody's pulling out of their parking spot, right? Right? Okay. Okay, so then right here, this is when we should see where's our escape path as this motorcycle rider that right here, without the ram mount. I mean, with the ram mount, without the rock form mount. There you go. What escape path does this person have? They can either go forward or backwards. But well, you got people behind us that are lane splitting also, so a good chance you're going to hit. So hopefully we can just roll off the throttle and just kind of ease it in. Now, here's one thing that I think the motorcycle rider and the Harley should be practicing a little bit more is their tight turn from a stop. This is the real life equivalent of the parking lot practice tight turn from a stop. This is exactly why you should tight turn from a stop. You're coming from a parking space, your handlebars should be turned, you should be counterweighting, you should be looking where you want to go, you should be using friction zone and throttle control. You should be doing that, because if you don't, you almost hit a curb when you had all of this room to turn. Okay, so this right here is especially right here is why you need to practice your tight turn from a stop. You have a passenger, you have a big bike that the turning radius isn't as good as a sport bike. You need to practice. This is the real life equivalent of a parking lot exercise called tight turn from a stop, which I actually made 2 weeks ago. Last week was U-turn, this week is figure eight. There's a reason, Raymond Garofano, hopefully I said that right. Welcome to the crew. There's a reason why I tell you guys to practice your fundamental skills. I do not know why YouTube is not showcasing the new members right now. I'm a little upset. I want them to be shown. I want them to be in here. It's not showing it in the chat, but I will shout you out if you become a crew member. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it. But this right here is why you need to practice. You need to practice. And you also need to be situationally aware. Everyone here is in the wrong except for the car drivers. Isn't that weird? Everybody in here in this whole video is in the wrong except for the car drivers. Let's watch it.
Bro, did you like not even look?
As you will be able to see later in this clip, the biker proved to be very
Blinker,
patient.
bro. Blinker. Your blinker!
Who cares? Who cares?
Your turn signal! Your turn signal! Turn! Your signal! Your turn! You're good! I don't know if you got that. Hold on. Trying to let you know your turn signal's on for like a mile, bro. No problem, man. I got it. Just turned it off. Okay, no problem, man. Take care.
Come on. That it's dangerous to do that because you're not looking where you want to go. He almost hit that semi. You guys see that? He didn't almost hit. He got close. Oh, but I forgot. You know, GoPros. You know okay, yeah, closer than they appear. Anyways, good question. I saw it real quick. Jazba, should the person on the back practice with you too, like lean with you when you do? So there is a lot that goes into it. I personally like it when my passenger does not lean with me. They stay upright. That way it's more in line with the bike, and that means I'm just controlling one thing, not two things. So if I can control the bike and how the center of gravity is with that, the passenger is going to help me out by making the bike itself, basically, if they stay in line with the bike, they're making the bike just a little bit heavier, which means I can control the bike and how I need to do it. If they lean with you, then you start going into taking turns a little bit sharper, and it kind of messes a little bit of the dynamic up. It's up to you. There's multiple ways of doing it. I personally tell my passengers not to lean with me. So that's what I do. There's definitely a bunch of different ways of doing it. Check out other channels, check out other people that do it. MotoJitsu has a great video on it, so does MC Ryder. I mean, all these other people have great videos on it, so definitely check them out. Remember to learn from multiple coaches. Wow. All right, so we can't tell what the speed is. The closer you get to the ground, the faster things look. So all I can think about is this like the Autobahn or something? 130. Oh my gosh. Wait, no, 130 is only like 80, right? Is that only? It's only like 80. I think we just did the math. Yeah, 135 kilometers an hour is 83. Okay, so it's only 80. It's a freeway. The only thing I can think about in this situation when it comes to situational awareness is you're going to have the inattentional blindness. You're going to have that motion-induced blindness. You're going to have that scientific and biological aspects of this, and that is what we need to focus on. Is that if we are hauling ass, there's an opportunity for anybody to change lanes in front of us, especially if there's going to be a slow traffic on the right lane. They're going to move into the left lane that's completely open. So understanding why car drivers and understanding why humans in general do certain things, it does help dictate how you respond to it. So this situation, I would expect that somebody's going to pull out in front of me and they won't be able to see me. I expect that. Now, to be hauling this much, I'm assuming that it's more than 130 kilometers per hour because we are passing traffic like it's no tomorrow. So more than likely, we are going well above 130 kilometers per hour. We're going above 80 miles per hour. So if that's the case, motion-induced blindness is something very easy to happen at this speed. It's very easy to happen at 40. It's very easy to happen at 30. It's very easy to happen at any speed, especially for the driver that is not practicing their situational awareness, which is basically every driver on the road outside of those that are taking it seriously. So that's why we need to be extra careful with how we ride, and we need to get better and better and better and better. If 130 kilometers an hour is the speed limit here, I'm assuming at minimum this car right here is doing the speed limit. I can understand that semis won't be going that speed because they do have governors in some places and some areas where they can't go a certain speed, and there's a lot of times where it's just unsafe to do so. If we have any truck drivers in the chat, please expand on that. If I'm wrong or not, I'm always open to learning and being humble about my coaching ability. So I would like to hear more from a coach or from a truck driver's perspective on, you know, governing of speed or how they do things. That's something very interesting to me, and it's going to help me learn and help everybody else learn. That's the whole point of having the crew, is we're going to learn from each other. But I'm going to tell right now, the speed that we're going at is probably going to be over 130 kilometers an hour because we're passing other vehicles on the road like they're standing still. All right, so that's to give you a little bit of a context of where we're at. Bremen, Hanover, Kassat. I believe I said that right. I see in the chat from Ruger. I'm assuming Ruger if you know a little bit about German stuff. That's the Autobahn 3 near Frankfurt. Okay, so it's an Autobahn. There you go. And I'm seeing some in the chat right here. Semi-truck speed in other countries. In Canada, it's usually 100 kilometers per hour max. So there are max speeds for trucks, so I can assume that they will go slower than the rest of traffic. But the other traffic involved, like this truck and then this car right here, more than likely they're going 130 kilometers per hour, and we're hauling ass. Marusin, I love that. I take what we can out of this in a good way, in a positive way, in a way that's going to help us out even more. This is why I love the crew. Well, that's how much space you need for evasive maneuvers. Guess what? Guys, use it. If you have to, if you're ever in this situation where somebody just comes out in front of you, you're doing the speed limit, you're doing everything as best you can, you just missed it, it was a very crazy thing that happened, if they come out in front of you and you can't stop in time, because based off of total stopping distance, you just can't stop in time at that speed, this is as much space as you need. This is as much space as you need. Utilize this escape route if you have to. Okay? Johnny Ray, from hearing on my driver buddy, speed limit in most places for semis is 55 miles per hour. I've seen max is 65 miles per hour on freeways, and for some most companies will limit new drivers to 45. So yeah, I can expect semi drivers to go a little slower than the normal traffic. So understanding, you know, outside of your expertise and wanting to learn and bring into the motorcycle world, you're able to learn a little bit more about driver behavior. You're able to learn a little bit more about road theory craft, which is, I have a great book from the UK. I will find it and I will share it with you. And that is one of the best learning books I've ever had. It talks about situational awareness, fundamental skills, and it's all about the UK police rider handbook. It's all based off of theory. It's all based off of road craft. It's amazing. It's an absolute amazing book. You know, in fact, I'm going to go find it. Matt, take over real quick. I will be right back. Where's my book?
All right, let's get back to the class.
All right. So those of you that are new to this, I do a 2-hour class session Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Thursdays is members only chat. Tuesdays, Wednesdays is for everybody. And in fact, we are going to, we got the fired emoji. We just got that brand new, guys, the new fired emoji. But this book, right, it like disappears. What? Oh yeah, because of the green screen. Duh, this is all fake. Just kidding. Motorcycle Roadcraft. It's an amazing book that talks about situational awareness, why observation and anticipation, can't even see, are essential for better riding, tips to improve information processing, what is a hazard, on page 48 if you have this book yourself. Observe, anticipate, prioritize, decide what to do, and act. This is insanely good information. Insanely good information, guys. Let's go to it. If you are a crew member, this is almost required reading. It's almost required reading. Let's Motorcycle Roadcraft. Oh my gosh, an amazing book. Absolutely amazing book. Motorcycle Roadcraft. I have the paperback. So, I mean, $32. I spent some money. I think it's actually up from what it should be. I spent quite a bit of money. Quite a bit of money on this. It's a good book. Absolutely good book. Love it. So, I will share that in the chat. Highly recommend you grab it. I mean, it's $10 on Kindle. So, if you have a Kindle, do it. That is Motorcycle Roadcraft. In fact, I'm going to put that down into the description right next to the MSF library information that is absolutely free from the MSF. Motorcycle Roadcraft. These are just a few of the things. It's saved. It's in the description. You might have to refresh your browser if you want to get the link. I did post the link in the chat. It's a great book. It's a great book. I absolutely love this thing. It talks about anything. It talks about leave yourself enough room to pull out and pass the vehicle in front if necessary. You should be able to see the rear tires of the vehicle in front and some empty tarmac. It tells you positioning for stopping behind other vehicles. Take extra care on a near side or near side pass because your view of the road is obstructed by the other vehicle. So I mean, it talks about everything that I talk about. It's not my fault some people don't believe I know what I'm talking about. Anyways, it's great. It's great. It's a great book. Get it, crew members. It's thick. It's a thick book. You're gonna learn a lot. This is a manual for how to be a crew member, basically. If I could put how to be a DDFM crew policy handbook, I would totally do it if I could, but that's illegal. 280, but that includes like the glossary and index. 280 pages.
Nu e asta. Era în jos.
All right. So real quick, I love fielding some questions from members and from anybody really. That's my job as a coach. But let's see. Jazzba, I agree. You know, if you want to be a best driver, you get your CDL, even if you're not going to drive a truck. I went and took my International Association of Professional Drivers test and training when I first got hired and had to practice it consistently and almost be tested every 2 years as a firefighter. Lots of theory craft, lots of road craft, a lot of stuff that is based in the United States that worked really well. And to answer the other question, TJ Quirk, being based in the UK, does a lot of it still apply to the US? Yes. That's the beautiful thing. Some of it's going to have some language like from the UK. It's not going to be so American. But the thing is, the theory craft, the road craft, the how to handle a motorcycle on the road itself is extremely relevant to everybody. Just like situational awareness is relevant to everybody. This is a huge situational awareness and fundamental skill. It's a smart rider handbook, basically. There's no test, Moto 13K. No test, just you'll become better.
Era în jos.
So, tight turn from a stop, U-turn, all these different things, guys. This is why we practice that, so we don't dump our bike. That's really loud. I'm going to mute it. Oh, what's going to happen? All right, let's go back. I'll lower the audio. It's just all wind noise. You're right, Matt Miller. No Rockford mount here and on the last guy. Doesn't this happen all the time? Doesn't this happen all the time when you're out in a busy area like downtown? And to expand a little bit at Matt Miller on that one, you guys see, this is one thing I like about the Rockford mount. Let's go back a little bit. Okay, one thing I really like about it is that on other mounts, like that's scratching your paint. Like that's scratching your paint. There's nothing you can do about that. I absolutely like the Rockform mount because it's not gonna be close to it, especially if you install it correctly. So right here we have downtown area. We have a possibility of getting path of travel violation easily, just super easy when it comes to any cars wanting to merge, any cars that want to travel across from you to get in the opposite lane, anybody just slamming the brakes, you know, pedestrians walking out. This is an orange stage moment, everybody. That right there is a close call. That's a close call. Now, it's a non-issue for a lot of us, and I think it's even a non-issue for this rider because it happens quite a bit, but this is a close call. This should put you in that orange stage. See you later, R6. This should put you in a close call. So now we also have this driver up ahead. We had the black car. Why is he going slow? All of a sudden, he's going to switch over here. Tires turned on this car up ahead. More than likely wants to come out of their parking space. This is all stuff that we all understand and know. We're past the vehicle. There's a vehicle really close up ahead. Okay, this black car can slam the brakes right now. The car in front of us can slam the brakes. And we won't know about it. Now we'll know about it. So isn't rev bombing and all that stuff a wasted movement when it comes to our safety? Yeah. Adrian. Non-issue. Green does not mean always go. The only thing that really helped them out here was slowing down, waiting for traffic to move, and then go. This is a non-issue. Crew, why did that car do that? Why did that car change lanes? Crazed, how you doing? Why did that car stop?
Nee, bij mij gaat het goed. Zou je iets naar voren kunnen gaan? Dan kan ik mijn motor naar achter omhoog tillen. Alleen maar knipperlicht, zoals ik al zie. Alleen knipperlicht. En thuis heb je niet pijn? Nee. Weet je het zeker? Ja. Het was niet heel hard hoor. Nee, heeft u schade? Nee. Ja.
It's hard to understand the logic of the explanation provided by this driver.
Waarom stopt u eigenlijk?
Nou, ik moest hierom, dus ik keek. Ik zag je aankomen.
Ja.
Dus daarom.
The last sentence. I don't believe people are that mean. I'm sorry. Am I naive? Am I naive that last sentence? Like, am I naive to think that people are just like not mean? Like, I don't think people purposely try to kill motorcyclists. Like, they don't leave their house today and like, I'm gonna hurt somebody. I'm gonna hurt specifically a motorcyclist. I don't think that's the case. Jacob. Woo! Jacob Cardiff, how you doing? We're at 53. Guys, 7 more and we hit the goal for the week. I'm insanely surprised we're even this close. Man, it's good to have some rookies. Right, Scarlett? Right? Justin? Ginger? Yeah. Rainin? Isn't it great? Isn't it great to have some rookies? Come on, crew. You know. Woo! Love it. All right, let's go back to what happened. Yeah, I don't know why. This is that uncommon, very, very uncommon. This is like that surprise. Remember, it's an elderly woman. It's an elderly woman. We've talked about this during the live streams, is that elderly people that drive, they go slower. They make really weird decisions based off of their vision. Their vision isn't the best. And this is the type of stuff that can happen. This is why we need to create our own space cushion. This is why we need to create our own safety. We can't rely that people are going to do what they want or that what they're supposed to do. We can't rely on that. Is it this woman's fault that this crash occurred? Yes. It is this woman's fault. Jacob, it's good to have you, man. It's good to have you. It is this woman's fault. Now, it's my responsibility, though, to protect myself. So that is why I make sure that I have a space cushion. I have an escape route. I'm in an orange stage situation when it comes to intersections. Roundabouts are intersections. They're exchanges. They're path of travel violation possibilities. That is why I make sure I'm responsible for my own safety. I want you guys to be responsible for your own safety. At the end of the day, guys, here's the thing. If I'm driving my car with my kids and my family in it, and somebody cuts me off, I'm going to protect my lane, get myself into a road rage incident, and cause a severe incident for me and my family. Who's at fault? Who's at fault? Maybe the other person? Cool, that's great. But isn't it my job as the father? Is it my job as a parent to protect myself and my kids while I'm driving? I treat it that way every single time I ride. It's my responsibility. I'm an adult. Protect yourself. Crazed 666, exactly. So right there, we need to swerve, guys. We need to swerve. We need to apply the brakes. Yes, is she supposed to continue on with her path? What's the uncommon thing here? She wasn't. It really does look like the motorcycle rider was going to continue on going. So you have to commit even more on a swerve. Be like, whoa, 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 right? You should have been a little prepared too. Also, going into an intersection, automatic orange stage. Automatic orange stage. All right, enough of that. The whole exchange was great. Just exchange information, just kind of figured out. Nobody was hurt. This last part, which could mean she did it deliberately. I don't believe that. Maybe she said something that was, she just tried to come up with an excuse. She's embarrassed for why she did it. And she just said something stupid. I mean, that's how I see it. Scarlett, I mean, we've seen that all the time. Uh-oh. Okay. Wait, that is not I thought this guy was going to attack him. No. This is a transient. This is somebody asking for possibly money or some help or anything like that. This isn't a pedestrian that's trying to get you hurt. This guy probably just asked the Volkswagen up ahead for some money, or the Volkswagen up ahead offered some cash or something. This is a non-issue. Mark Keane, exactly. She was probably freaked out and just spouted it out. Exactly.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What do you guys think's gonna happen? I gotta introduce the crew, the new crew to the lounge real quick. But in the chat, what do you think's gonna happen here? So crew.
We got some new crew members. We got 14 new crew members today. Let's see if we can get 6 more. Let's see if we can hit that 20. Guys, if you want to join the absolute best online motorcycle community in the world, this is the Crew Lounge. If you're a crew member, you get access to all these video games. You get to have a ton of fun. Look at this. Look at this. We got MotoGP simulation racing because you can't go out and ride because of the whole quarantine status. You can play some pool. We can grab ourselves... we can... yeah. One second, I'm trying to grab it. Grab yourself a Kill Cliff CBD drink. Have some fun. I want to see what happens. You guys can watch all the stuff from in here. We got recliners way over there. You can watch it on the big screen. But let's get back to class.
I just see low side, 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 low side. Sus with the high side. I'm going to bet $1. $1.
That's not good. Yeah, I should be able to start right up and...
Nothing leaking, right?
No, I don't see nothing. Cool.
Maybe a loss of traction. Maybe. Can't really tell from this distance, but that's good body positioning. It's good body position, good head movement. Possibly has good everything. Don't know why he stood it up and applied the brakes, but if we've seen anybody that goes wide, remember the first video? So this is at 8:11. Remember watching this video, guys? Jeremy Pearson, thank you for the donation, man. I really do appreciate it. Join the crew all. Yeah. Hit that join button and click the link in the chat. Remember this video? How he went wide and then he stood it up because he was going too wide. I have a feeling that's what happened here. Going around this corner, going a little too fast, stood it up right at the end. You see that? See how he stood it up right at the end? So maybe a brown stage panic. It was almost out of it. Almost out of it. Did a good job. Right? Maybe he went a little bit too fast for his riding ability, but why do you think that? Why is that a possibility, going too fast for his riding ability? Why do you think that? Why is there a guy filming this corner? So in order to maybe, get the cool lean angle or drag some knee, maybe an elbow, trying to figure it out to get a good shot, maybe put himself a little bit above his ability. Made him go a little bit too fast and went a little bit wide. Quite possibly. We don't know. There's way too many factors involved when it comes to a motorcycle crash. All we can do is guess. All we can do is use the knowledge of statistics on why people crash. We can use the knowledge of fundamental skills and how we can apply them in real life. That's what we're doing here. Shaggy Darkside just got promoted to senior crew member. Oh my gosh. Shaggy Darkside is a senior crew member. None of the rookies can talk shit about him. He can talk shit about rookies all he wants. That's just the way seniority works.
That's not good.
Yeah, should be able to start right up and.
Nothing leaking, right?
That's right, Stacks.
Should have put on.
We can only guess what kind of drugs is this driver using.
Is that all this is? All right, whatever. Stumpy, as a senior, we should be helping the rookies. You're right. All right, senior crew members, do not make fun of rookies, but do make sure they clean the bathrooms. You're right. Bacon676, Dan, I have a question for you. What is your opinion on cruiser guys running dark side, which are car tires, on the rear of their bikes? I've never done it personally, but I'm allowed to have an opinion just based off of what I've learned. And you have less of that turning capability. I mean, car tires are designed to be just upright. Okay, they're not designed to lean. Motorcycle tires are designed to lean. Motorcycles tires have specific technology and time and effort, engineers, everything into that so that you can use it on a motorcycle. There's a pros and cons to everything. Pros for a dark side motorcycle tire, you know, a car tire, is that you're going to have more longevity when it comes to not having to replace your tire. So if you're doing a lot of straight line only, that might be of I'm just telling you, it might be of help. That might be a pro. A con, like I said, is your turning ability is going to be very dampered. You're going to have less traction on turns. If your concern is replacing your tires and getting, you know, the best bang for your buck when it comes to longevity, get yourself some motorcycle touring tires for your bike. Motorcycle touring tires have a different compound in the middle compared to the sides. The middle compound is going to be a lot more dense, a lot more hard, and it's still going to warm up and get some good traction, but it's going to wear a lot slower than a normal motorcycle tire. And then the side compounds are going to be a little bit more sticky, a little bit more malleable compared to that center line. And so when you do turn, it's going to have the traction needed. But since you're not turning quite a bit, because remember, we're doing motorcycle touring now with these tires, if we're just going on straight line interstate stuff, you're going to wear down that middle part the same amount as you would on the side part, based off of how you ride. It's not going to be the best for going in the canyons, but that's not the question, right? The question is, what do I think about dark side tires? The reason why people put dark side tires, put car tires on motorcycle, is for longevity. Simple as that. Now, on this video, real quick, if you see anybody do any of this stuff, roll off the throttle, give them space, because if they crash, you don't want to be close to it. Simple as that, okay?
We can only guess what kind of drugs is this driver using.
As soon as you see this, you need to roll off the throttle, get away from this guy. He's going to kill himself or kill somebody else. He's going to kick up debris. His tires are going to go flying. His hood is going to go flying. His bumper is going to get smashed. He's going to be bouncing around the road, and you're going to have to swerve out of the way. You're going to have to brake and do emergency swerving. You have to do everything, red stage, hopefully, to get around this. Or you can roll up the throttle, increase the space cushion to a point where you don't even see him around the next corner, and he's so far ahead so that when you roll up and you see the accident after it's already done, you can just kind of roll past. Do not stay next to somebody like this. Get away from them. Do not follow. Do not try to find out why. Just wait until they crash. Just wait until they crash and get away. Merge, car, blind spot.
Você vem assim, tu tá minha preferência minha, pô. Sabe sinalizar não? É aqui, ó. Pô. Tá certo você? Você tá certo, amigo? Eu tô com a gravação aqui. Você tá certo? Sinaliza. Certo é pra quê? Certo é pra quê? Eu tô...
All right, CJ, have to earn your dues anywhere you go. Being put on head duty as F&G is a small price to pay for the knowledge and experience. You can't pay for that. Being an F&G is a lot of fun. And here's the thing: as a coach or anybody that feels like they know everything, here's the thing: having an ego like that is gonna be a disservice to your learning. Always have that beginner's mind. Always be learning. Always be learning. Always be learning. Humble yourself, get to the point where you think that if you think you know everything, you don't. And then go out and learn and try something different. Bring something different that is not motorcycle related to motorcycling. And that's what I like to do when it comes to firefighting. That's what I like to do when it comes to accident scene management. That's what I like to do when it comes to situational awareness from the gun culture. That's what I like to do when it comes to the Navy pilots sharing their situational awareness, how to keep your head on a swivel. That's why I go out and read quite a bit. And this is why you guys need to go out and learn from as many coaches as possible. This is why you need to go out and not take one person's word for it. You know, if you don't like what I say, that's perfectly fine. If there's some stuff you like that I say, great. Go check out some other coaches and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to like some of the stuff they say. You're not going to like some of the stuff they say. Then go to another coach. Before you know it, you have a network of coaches that you listen to, and you take what's good, you remove what's bad, and you become a better rider, and you can develop your own thing. It's absolutely amazing. And Felicimo Ghost with a thumbs up. Thank you, man. I really appreciate it. But that's what you have to do. Be a learner. Be somebody that is going to humble themselves and be better and better and better and better. And that's what I do here, and that's what I do with the crew. You guys humble me. You guys are amazing. I just want to say real quick, thank you to my admin staff. Thank you to my ops chiefs. Thank you to my assistant chiefs out on the Discord. You guys are amazing. You guys keep everything running. The DDFM crew themselves, you guys are amazing. The people that are just joining Discord, talking in the lounge right now, you guys are amazing. Everybody here has been completely supportive, and we are doing a good job on developing a very good, positive motorcycle community online that nobody can compete with, because there is no competition. There really isn't. It's all cooperation. It's all collaboration. There's no competition whatsoever. We are all here to help each other learn. We're all here to help each other become safer riders, getting from point A to point B as safe as possible. And that should be the mission, and that should be the thing that we do and we should focus on. Absolutely love you guys. We're doing a good job. Let's watch the next one. Guys, I have 25 minutes left of this live stream. We started a little bit early because I needed to do something. I have a phone call with somebody that's going to help me develop some new training programs possibly. So once again, I'm going to learn from somebody that based on stuff I have no clue about.
Hi everyone, MotoStars over here. Today I wanna show you a new video in slightly different edition. YouTube has changed their policy, so I need to add some comments. So I've got some clips for you.
All right, so yeah, October 26, 2019. That's when YouTube said crash compilations are a no-go. You have to apply some educational content to it. I remember when that kicked out, and I remember when all these people started doing that and adding some commentary. So that's why. So let's go ahead and go and just keep going.
That can be easily called a biker's worst nightmare. So check this out.
Real quick, that's really loud. I hate the wind noise, guys. Wind noise is just ugh. Wear earplugs when you ride. Hearing wind noise for extended periods of time while riding your motorcycle will decrease your hearing, or decrease. It will damage your hearing. It will damage your hearing, and you can never get it back. I can't stand wind noise. I have headphones in my ears that double as noise canceling when I'm riding. I have them in, and they're Bluetooth because they're hooked into my Cardo Pack Talk Slim, which is hooked up to my phone on the Rockform mount, and it lets me know, when my turn's coming up, and if I get a phone call, I'm able to answer the phone. But I block all that noise. Okay, careful on this turn. Careful. Slow down.
Just look at this.
Ah, spider, spider, spider. Take your helmet off. Run. Burn it.
Yeah.
All right.
What? What? Sandus, so here's my helmet. So a Cardo Pack Talk Slim, and here's my mic. Mic. Here's the Cardo Pack Talk Slim. It comes with a 3.5 millimeter jack. Now you can, whoo, stinky stink. What you can do is typically you plug in your Bluetooth speakers, or I mean, sorry, not Bluetooth. You plug in the speakers that came with it, and you kind of put them in. I plug headphones into this, and it's the same thing. And then the mic, obviously, there's a mic inside here that you can talk. That way, I don't have speakers pressing on the ears, and then that way, I have noise-canceling headphones. Or not headphones, earbuds inside, hooked into that 3.5 millimeter jack, and then now I have. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Keep it simple, right? There you go. Yeah, use up to 90 decibels is fine for 8 hours. After that, the ratio rises and the impact on hearing is affected. Yeah, so Stumpy Fingers, that's a great question, or not great question. It's a great statement. Let's see. Infographics are really good. Motorcycle. So on average, the engine noise for motorcycle hovers around 90 decibels. However, the bike produces noises in excess of 100 decibels, a level high enough to require ear protection in U.S. workplaces. Tinnitus and everything. I mean, when you're riding, it happens like super quick. When you're riding, it happens super quick. Wind noise, 37 miles per hour with an open helmet, no hearing protection. Ambient noise is 75 to 90, comparable to operating a leaf blower or lawnmower. So at 63 miles per hour, you're going to go to 103 to 116. Without hearing protection, that should be limited to 15 minutes. That's what I'm saying. Like, you guys need to have hearing protection. You need to have hearing protection. It's gradual. Hearing loss is gradual, and you can never get it back. Thanks for even mentioning that, dude. It's awesome. Another question: what do I think about Bluetooth systems for new riders? Is it a good idea? Yes, it's a good idea based on the fact that you can't. One second. Based on the fact that it's hard to process a bunch of information like where to turn. And so having it hooked up to Google Maps is very important. Oh, I guess I got the meeting done wrong when it came to when I need to get off the stream. So that means we can stream a little bit longer. We can stream for another hour. How about that, guys? You guys want to do that?
Yeah.
This is actually good information. We have a DDFM crew member, OOTV, shared this with us. So, right here, max exposure. What did we say that riding on a motorcycle on the interstate with an open-faced helmet is about 100 to 106, I believe. So safe sound levels, max exposure for that is 3 minutes to 15 minutes, basically. Not good. You need to have hearing protection. This is when you start to have hearing loss. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Alright, if you're not convinced, I've got another one.
We've already seen this one.
Okay guys, that's all from me. I will leave you the rest of the video. Stay safe.
Speed.
Holy.
Do we have to go over this? Do we have to figure this out? Full face helmets are going to help, but also remember, you're still going to have hearing loss, okay? You're still going to have hearing loss, depending on how loud it really is. You know, do you have a decibel meter inside your helmet? I mean, I don't. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there that have done the testing on how noisy helmets are. Look at manufacturers' websites for that kind of stuff. But either way, having a full face helmet with protection is going to help. So you have to have protection. So have something plug into those ears, guys. 97 miles per hour. Inside town. I did a video on this already. Well, actually, before I really jump into this, let me double check. I've already seen this one. This was in Phoenix. I did a video on this also. What do you guys think happened? What do you think just happened? Why do you think that happened? Now, in my initial video, what I said was that he was doing some rubbernecking. He was looking to the left, but he actually mentioned, so this is a good little annotation. He actually mentioned that he was looking left to do a head check for that left lane. So I was wrong on the fact that he wasn't paying attention, but I was not wrong on the fact that a fistful of front brake is what caused the crash, a loss of traction based off of that panic brake. All right, I don't really care. Yep, he just pulled out a big chunk of debris, though. The goal is to not activate ABS. The goal is to use progressive braking pressure. Yeah, guys, it's buffering a little bit. It might be YouTube. Unsure of why. I don't have any dropped frames or nothing. Look at all the damage. Look at all the damage to the pants. Look at all the damage.